Let's pop some bubbly.
Woo! Pop the bottles. 150.
Got some glasses.
Let's go. Oh man. Gotta give him the Birdman hands right here. Jeez. Yes, sir. Hey.
Woo! Yeah. Fuck the pod, right?
The championship. Let's go. Whole equipment macho.
Got rained out. We'll let that thing run a little bit for a second while I pour it.
Oh yeah. Pour this up. Right, can't you go? You should come get it. Yeah. Hey. 150.
We got 1, 2.
Don't call 50.
3, 4. Perfect.
We too hit. Hey. Yo, I'm way too lit. Jeez.
Man, This is why. Honestly, shout out to you, Ash, for driving this, man.
She a real one.
Because this one's a big one, but
man.
I feel like you drive them most weeks. So
way to put it out there, yo. Way to put it out there. Way to put it out there, yo.
What are you talking about? If I was actually showing up to your abode to pod with you,
yeah,
I would definitely either spend way too much money on Uber or Coco would take care of it.
Facts. There you go. A ride or dies, yo. Ride or dies. Let's go.
So yeah, without further ado, holy shit!
Holy
crap, 150
bro.
episodes.
150.
Shoot. Oh no, we got glasses. We good. We got everybody.
We got everything.
Everything was taken care of.
I should have been down here, but I had part of the conversation. Oh, that's lovely. Thanks, Sophie.
Listen, I do want to make a point, and I've said this before, that we want to celebrate every win, and I've said this in my general life.
Facts. Yeah.
Especially when it comes to do with the pod, this is something that we've been doing for 4 years.
4 years?
I guess.
Almost.
And we do it weekly with exceptions here and there.
Yeah.
But it's a weekly podcast, and we've been taking that very serious. And I think, like, for any creator who's even tried this, for anybody who's doing this, it's not that easy.
No.
Especially when we were outside and there was a world to go and visit before this podcast. Telling somebody that we're gonna dedicate every single Friday night to doing something with zero return, and you've got to be in my house in Richmond Hill. I'm super thankful and grateful that you've been here this whole time.
Appreciate it.
Super grateful that you've got a partner that supports you. Super grateful that my partner supports me. My wife, I don't like saying partner. It's weird.
Yeah.
And then
Wife
super
there.
grateful that we got Toby, we got DJ here that supports us and is helping us as we're transitioning and growing and doing so much more.
Yeah.
And of course Malik, that's been the man behind the scenes.
Yes.
That has been putting together what our branding and everything looks like. So this is not like a just Shaq, just Patrick does this. This is like
it's a whole team. It's a unit.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So
and like just shout out to your fam for like even just letting this happen, bro.
Yeah.
Just like everyone's been mad supportive along the way, and just man, it's crazy to think that like just a thought, an idea that came about amongst friends back in the day is turned into this, you know? And man, shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
Like seriously, like you put in countless hours. Like people don't even know like the scheming and just the plotting and just all the stuff that goes into keeping us all like on track and just keeping this thing going, man. So shout out to you, bro, for the vision and just keeping it going. Like
whole live applause.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm just really grateful. I'm really grateful. I'm really excited for what the future holds for all of us, because this went from hobby to business real quick.
Yep.
Way quicker than I would have ever imagined, because there's a lot of steps to get to a certain point. Like I said or joked about earlier, like our setup is so crazy. I tell my friends about it. I'm like, yo, you guys are welcome to come by the pod anytime.
Yep.
We literally have a speaker's corner section with a microphone where you guys can talk your shit if you want to.
Yo, what's crazy about that is like that speaker's corner section and like on the couch, that used to be where we recorded. Like we would just chill out on the couch, We had the recorders up on the the ottoman or whatever you call that food, whatever that's called.
It wasn't actually meant to put anything on. Actually, no, we put a chair. We put a chair.
We put a chair.
It was a table.
It was a table. And we used to just have that up on. Yes, I know it's the ottoman. I got it right. Don't worry.
It's all good.
I got my.
Fact check. Fact check. Ottoman. What the fuck is that?
That's ottoman.
Yeah. I realize.
Thank you.
Listen.
Thank you.
I'm a couple of drinks in. Allow me. But like, just to see the growth of like where we've come from how we recorded to like the attention to detail that we've put in to the graphics to just like. Everything just leveling up, man. Like it's growth and it's been steady, and the pivoting. Like
me being in LA and for half the year last year and still potting weekly.
Yo, it's wild.
And people still listening. Thank you guys, and shout out to y'all for still listening to us because I know, and like I said this to you, I was not really inspired after a while doing that because it's Zoom at the end of the day. Like I don't want to be on a Zoom call. If I don't have to be, because that's what our work lives are. But we rocked through it. We did it. I'm sure it's not the end of it for sure. No. There's going to be moments where we're going to do it again. But I'm glad that we were resilient. I'm glad that when the pandemic happened, we pushed down on the gas instead of like eased up.
Yeah.
We literally started potting 2 times a week for a few weeks.
We went full
which
throttle.
was stupid.
It was dumb. It was dumb. We're like, we got time. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm like, well, the people aren't coming faster, so it's thank you guys so much for listening to our podcast for the past 150 or even for the past one.
Yes.
Every listen means a lot to us. Anytime anybody messages me and said, yo, I heard you say this on the pod, or they comment on one of the clips, or they said that they told their friend about it, or just you shared it on Instagram, that shit makes my day anytime I see any of it. So thank you guys so much. Love and appreciate every single one of you guys. And I would like to cheers it as we get into the podcast. Cheers, you guys.
Man them. It's not with an ice thing. A war.
Oh, yeah.
So proud of you two.
Woo! Appreciate it. I gotta hit him with the woo!
Babe, Rockefeller chains have been taken care of. Rockefeller chains have been taken care of.
Okay.
Just enjoy the pod.
Yeah, we good.
There's one more thing upstairs, but okay.
I was about to unveil the Rockefeller chains. What are you doing? We're working.
The world general speaking.
Walk on, Govey.
Jeez, back again. Was good. Man, it feels good to be back, bro.
Yeah, and of course it's me.
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
Yeah, bro. How's your week been?
Yo, it's been good, man. It's been good. It's a short week. You know, we're coming off the long weekend, which was fantastic, much
Long
needed
hangover.
for some of us. I'm sorry, man. But no, it's been a good week, man. I actually went downtown for the first time. Like took transit. Let me put it this way.
I haven't been on transit.
I took the TTC for the first time in over 2 years, bro. Like that's an experience. Okay. I'm not doing it again, but it was an experience, man. I forgot what that's like.
TTC as in you were on the bus.
I was on the subway.
Oh, the subway. Okay, cool.
No. Don't say no. Like I saw some things on the subway.
What would you see on the subway? I'm sure it's a little less crowded.
No.
Nice. What day did you like?
It was
rush hour.
Rush hour.
Oh, then yeah.
It was crazy. It was nuts. It was stupid. People were just everywhere, breathing on you. It just felt like old times.
Well, you forget how nasty it was because I remember like taking the subway from Finch Station at like 8 a.m. That shit is horrible.
Yeah.
Like booty to booty.
Yo, legit. We were booty to booty, armpit to armpit, just armpit in your face. You know, luckily it's not summertime, so everyone still got like their jackets on or whatever. But like it was an experience, man. But it actually felt good to be downtown. Like I felt like I didn't even recognize the place, man. I was at college and Young, and I didn't even recognize College Park. Like we're talking about places that like I used to be all the time. Everywhere's different.
How I can't imagine how much more different it could be. Like
It just feels. I don't know. Maybe it's because it's
there's
like
an IKEA there. Is that why?
Well, yes.
Is that why you were there?
That's why I was there. It's opening soon. It's opening soon. But
I thought they opened it
not
already
yet,
like
not
a
yet.
year ago.
No. Pandemic hit. But it's coming. It's coming this spring. But
Yeah.
nah, just like being in that space, man. It's just yeah. For me, it felt surreal, man. It felt like normalcy. It just felt like, man, I'm used to the city. Like I miss it. I actually miss downtown for a little bit, man.
Bro, I won't even lie to you. I can't remember. Oh, I was going downtown to hit up the homie's crib.
Yeah.
With Coco. I swear, in that Uber ride on the DVP,
Yeah.
I saw the CN Tower. I smiled. I swear. I was like, oh man, this is lit.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Like, yeah, driving. Well, not even driving in, but on that subway. If you're ever taking the Bloor line and you're coming from the east, you're coming from Scarborough. You know what's up.
We're gonna take the Blue
East
Line
End.
tomorrow. I'm gonna take
Yeah.
Coco to Scarborough via the Blue Line.
There you go. So
tomorrow.
when you cross over that bridge, you're going from like Broadview to Castle Frank, and you're outside. And you get those 2 seconds of service on your cell phone, and like,
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's when you whip your phone out.
you whip out the phone, send all the messages.
fast
you can.
text, and you're like,
That's
that's not
God,
going through.
damn. I missed that moment though, bro. I was like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, it was actually a vibe. And I'm just looking outside. I'm like, I love this, man. Like, we're
got,
slowly
like-
coming out. We're getting back.
I just realized I got like 25 gigs of data on my plan.
Yeah.
I use 2 because I'm here all the time.
Right, exactly.
It's
I'm like, why am I
crazy.
paying for all this?
Yeah.
But it's gonna be worth it.
Yeah, it will be eventually.
Yeah. How's your week though?
Week was good. It was crazy. We'll get into a lot of the topics that have to do with how the week has been, especially what happened last weekend with the Allstar Weekend. But it was. I mean, head down, did my shit. We got some courtside seats
Oh, okay.
to a G League game.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
So-
that's still a vibe.
Yeah,
It's great entertainment for the
I'm
whole
looking
family.
forward to that. Looking forward to going skating. We're going on like a.
Wait, you skate?
No, I don't.
Oh,
And I don't know if I'm actually gonna skate. I might just be walking on the.
walking on ice.
But it's like a really nice rink in some rich people's backyard where they have like a whole
they turn it
big ass
into
rink
one of them things.
with like the Leafs logo all on it. We use it for like work for like a lot of our shoots and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And they just said, "Yo, you guys should all come through." So just like at night they have like a light show. They got like sound system, heated change rooms. Like it's
Sorry, what? This
nothing
is
like you've
someone's
ever
house?
seen. It's somebody's house. It doesn't even look like it. It's crazy.
Damn.
We did mention Rockefeller chains, and I wanted to give those Rockefeller chains out. By Rockefeller chains out, I meant like not with the hype dad hats. Shout out to Toby and DJ.
Hey.
DJ, if you could look inside that armrest right there.
Oh. We gotta capture this. We gotta capture this
I
moment.
Oprah'd you.
We gotta capture this moment.
Look at me.
We gotta
Look on
capture
me and
this.
see, and you got yourself.
You get it, Dad.
Yeah,
Hey.
there you go.
Dad
Welcome
has
to
for the whole
gang.
crew. Let's go.
Okay. Was there the whole time?
Yes,
Hey.
I planned that.
Hey.
Was there a third one?
Applauso.
Wow.
Listen.
Oversight. I'll get you an actually.
We'll sort you all out. This guy broke his. We need to sort him out again. Like,
I didn't even know it was possible to break it, but
yeah, so we'll sort out. Yeah, thank you guys for your hard work and being part of the family. But here you guys go.
and now you ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
Suge Knight, no, I'm kidding.
Yeah. How do I Suge Knight? Speaking of Suge,
Okay, here we go. Speaking of Suge.
I can't do it. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go. You got your. There you go.
Re-up. Let's
Get
go.
your dad hat on.
Yeah.
And if you guys want one of these, let me know because maybe I'll make an order and make it a thing. I don't know. We just got these and.
I feel like a model.
So yeah, there was the All-Star Weekend that happened.
Doo-doo.
All-Star Weekend happened.
How do we feel about this? Hello. How do we feel about this?
It was just super mid. I mean, we were potting, do celebrity shit like I typically do,
Yeah.
and then they had the rookie sophomore shit.
Yep.
That was very lackluster. I also felt like that format was just very. It didn't give you a chance to see these players play.
It was
To
like
me?
the King's Court format, kind of.
Yeah,
right?
you got
yeah.
like if you told me that I was gonna see LaMelo Ball, Scotty Barnes, and a couple of those guys play on the same team, I'd be excited. Then we got like what? Not a full game. It wasn't even a full game. Not a half. It was like a little bit of these guys playing together.
Yeah.
So nobody got a chance to really get comfortable. Nobody was ever even warm. It wasn't my favorite.
It was kind of weird, right? And even like going into like, was it Skills the same night or no?
Skills was the next night. They had like a weird Skills thing that Scotty bombed.
Yeah.
Which was funny.
Yeah.
But that's all that was that night. The Skills was the next night.
Yeah. It was a weird format. I'm not really a fan of the format that they went and like. I don't even know what to expect with the All-Star anymore. I feel like the past couple of years, every year it's changed.
I feel like they just keep like rolling the dice. Like they don't even know what works, so they're just trying shit.
Yeah.
And then they had the Saturday where they had the skills competition, which was what it was. Nobody gives a fuck about it. Let's be honest. They can do anything.
Yeah.
We have no expectations, and if it makes me laugh, cool.
Right.
Then they had the 3-point shootout. I wish Freddie did his thing. Freddie did not do his thing, but Karl Anthony Towns held it down. Whatever. You can't really say much about a 3-point shootout because it is what it is.
Yeah. I didn't even watch it, to be honest with you. I skipped that whole event.
And then after that, they had the dunk contest that we all wait for, we all watch because we all hope for greatness every single year. And without fail, for the past few, it's not that good. This year, particularly, was absolute trash. So garbage. Like very.
This was not good.
It
was beyond bad.
Way too many attempts for all of these dunks. There's maybe 2 or 3 that I can say that I'll go back and say, okay, that was a decent idea that was executed. But like a lot of these, the multiple attempts ruined it.
Exactly.
What's his name? Cole Anthony. He put on the Tims, and the first few he wasn't even touching the rim, and I'm like, oh my god, what is he doing?
Those Tims weigh like 10 pounds.
Yeah. So it was that dunk, and then there was the was it like a behind the back something that somebody did? I don't know if they actually executed behind the back over somebody. I think they did.
Yeah.
And then there was also the off the glass dunk.
backboard. Yeah.
That was kind of cool. Other than that, it was really trash to me.
It was super trash, and I just felt like we got to get to. I don't know what's going to take. We got to get to a point where like the people we actually want to see in the dunk contest participate in the dunk contest.
Money, they don't pay any. Like nobody gets paid to do any of these. And John Morant, I remember saying, or I heard that he said he would enter this if he got paid to do it.
Yeah.
But until they offer up some funds, he's not interested. And I agree with him. Like, you're only going to pay the winner, or that's fine. For sure. And I'm not even saying, like, you got to come through with the big bag.
No.
But the NBA has enough bags to be like, okay, let's get the best dunkers. Let's get the people that the people want.
Exactly.
Like, imagine we actually got Vince Carter to dunk again in the dunk contest back in the day.
Yeah. Or, like, at this point, give me Miles Bridges, give me a John Morant, give me all these guys in the dunk contest. Like,
this is what baby Stephen A. Smith had to say about this dunk contest, because I can't have this conversation without bringing up baby Stephen A.
Worst slam dunk contest in the history of basketball. It was a national atrocity. Yeah. It was awful. Yeah. Somebody needs to say it, so I'm going to say it. Now, I'm happy that a Knick won something. We actually had a New York Knick that won something. That was Obi Toppin. Okay? It was so bad. It was so bad. It's one of the rare moments that I think we should actually hide a trophy. We should actually hide a trophy. That's how bad it was. I would like Adam Silver, Mark Tatum, Tim Frank, and everybody else I know at the NBA office to know to expect a call from me. This week's holiday today, but expect a call from me this week, because I'm dead serious. I don't blame y'all for laughing, but I'm dead
serious. Yes, my guy.
Do you agree with baby Steve?
100% agree with this guy. It was absolute ass. It was trash. It was booty. It was not good. They need to just scrap it. And like, he had one wild take, and let me know what you think about this. Like, they should take it on the road, and there should be like a road show where you go around the city, you go around America, finding the best dunkers throughout the year, and then you bring those guys into the dunk contest for All-Star Weekend.
But they've had these before. I feel like they've had an amateur dunk contest where they've actually, like, they didn't broadcast it as part of like the nationally televised All-Star Saturday.
Right.
But it was part of the Saturday where, I don't know if it was amateurs. They had an amateur, they had a G League,
okay,
and then the actual NBA one. I've heard or seen actually that the amateur and the G League ones are definitely better.
For sure.
The best dunkers are not the best NBA players.
No.
I think That goes without saying, but the best talent as far as that gets entered into the dunk contest is not there. And I also feel like these guys don't actually practice what they do. Like, they might just idolize Vince Carter, who says, yo, I winged it, and then they go out there and try and do what he did.
Yeah.
And it's not the same.
I don't think guys are dunking like that anymore, though.
That's also true.
I feel like now it's like the shots, right? It's all like trick shots. It's all whatever you could, like, you know, everyone wants to shoot like Steph or whatever, right? So I feel like that is what's making it. And shout out to Steph for killing it in the All-Star. He saved All-Star Weekend. He saved All-Star Weekend.
So how many threes did he end up with in that All-Star game?
He tied a record.
He had like 17,
I think, right?
He had 17, tied a record.
I don't think he set it?
He beat his own record, I believe.
Okay.
No, Paul George's record.
16
threes. Paul George's old record, I think, was 9.
Clay had 14.
14.
In the All-Star game?
Clay had 14.
Yeah.
14 threes?
Yeah.
Why didn't I never care about that?
But he was short on points, I think, right?
Points was short on because AD had 52.
52.
Yeah.
And he had 50. And he was trying to.
They were trying. He had nothing left though. You could see like his shots are short towards the last one. But,
he was trying. He was reaching for it, but
yeah. But still, like that I turned it on. Like I was watching the game. I'm like, yeah, whatever. Like first quarter, second quarter, and then boom, third quarter. You're like, oh, Steph.
Some of the pictures that we saw, like, did you see the picture where Steph? Because he did that. He shoots the three. He turns around and just looks at the crowd.
I love that.
There was one where he's turned around. It's splash. And then all the NBA players are looking at the ball, and Steph is like, "I'm looking at the crowd. What are you guys looking at?"
Right? I love that. I miss that. I miss
crazy.
that about Steph, man. I feel like Steph had that in like the golden eras of Golden State, of like their peak when they were at their peak of their powers, like cockiest light skinned dude, but like it worked. Like he was just killing it. He was like
mad
the ultimate light
shimmies, mad shoulder shimmies.
Yeah.
That's the problem I had with the dunk contest. They had so much show and so much cocky going on, and then there was no show.
Very cocky.
Shut up! You're so
To be
stupid.
cocky like Seth, at least be knocking down as many points as he's knocking down. If you're just gonna come up and be like, "Look at my tens. Look at this. It's going around my neck. Look at me handing it to this person." Like,
So
and then no dunks. I'm like.
So to do with the All-Star Weekend, Josh Donaldson, former Blue Jay, MLB, if you don't know what I'm talking about, baseball.
What's baseball?
He had something to say about All-Star Weekend. So he said, and this is a hot take.
Sure, yeah, let's do it. It's been a minute.
They're gonna flag this. Said that, I quote, "Baseball is the only legitimate all-star game in sports. You can't go easy when a guy throws a 100. All the other sports besides hockey should stop having them. It's actually embarrassing to watch." How do you feel?
Wild ass take, and the fact that he threw hockey in there discredited his whole argument. Like, seriously, hockey people will tell you that they don't even like the hockey all-star game and that should be gone. So miss me with that one. And I love Josh Donaldson when he was here, but come on, bro. He just sounds like someone that's disconnected from the culture, doesn't understand it.
I love that you said disconnected from the culture, because I was about to say this sounds like a take that from somebody who lacks seasoning.
Yes.
And if we're talking about people that like play hard, or like all-star games where people go hard, isn't the Pro Bowl up there kind of? How does that go? I'm curious. I'm just curious.
They don't even really play hard in that one. That's like,
so how do you not play football hard?
There's like barely any tackling, and like,
so
like they tackle, but like it's not like, it's not that great.
So just because baseball's not a contact sport, this is the only good all-star game, Josh?
The fact that like baseball had to implement a rule where at one point the winning league, so American League or National League team that won got home field advantage in the World Series tells you that their system was broken, that their game was trash. And like I grew up and baseball was my number one sport when I grew up that I loved. The sport's dead to me. Like the sport's absolutely horrible to watch now. And so for him to say that, nah, bro.
I feel like a lot of these sports, and like including not even just sports, these leagues, are trying to shift things so that it's no longer your grandfather's league.
Right.
And the CFL was one of those that is notorious for being like, who watches the CFL other than old people?
Yeah.
realistically, or people in small towns.
Right.
And they're doing things that have made it a little bit more exciting and interesting for people in our demo. Granted, we're in Toronto, so we have a lot. We have a lot to watch aside from the CFL.
Yeah.
So we're definitely spoiled in that way. But baseball, I can't think of like there's like a small little handful of my friends.
Yeah.
I think you're included in there.
Yeah.
And if you're the one telling me that it's like your grandfather's sport, I don't know if his take is valid. I don't think his opinion.
I think about it, like which All-Star Weekend in any of the 4 major sports in North America do you hear about?
NBA All-Star Weekend. That's the one.
Where did the celebrity show?
Everything around. It's everything
event.
around the weekend.
It's an
I
event.
didn't know
spectacle.
baseball had All-Star.
There you go. There you go.
It's in the middle of summer when you were probably outside doing like outside things.
Nobody even
Like
knows when their regular games are.
Yeah.
it's trash, man. And like I said, this is coming from me who like I love baseball. I loved baseball. Nah.
Like, look at what NBA All-Star Weekend was in the cities that people actually spend countless time dissing.
Yeah.
Cleveland. No, people be like, "What's in Cleveland?" Nothing.
You see how many people
J.R.
were
Smith
there?
was like, "I love playing in Cleveland because nothing's in Cleveland." But guess what? Everybody was in
Everyone.
Cleveland.
Do you see that row of just like who was there? Like it was nuts.
Who's who? Yeah.
It was nuts. And even like going back to like coming to Toronto, like bro, that was an event when that
was amazing.
That was amazing. So I don't know. He can.
So specifically, with what he said, embarrassing was the All-Star game, because he's talking about the game. Let's just say, forget the weekend, the actual game itself. Was the NBA All-Star game embarrassing for NBA players?
No. The game itself, I thought was pretty.
The game was pretty good.
The game was pretty good, especially.
When?
What do you
At
mean?
the end of the third quarter and the fourth quarter?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's a half a game.
Yeah,
that's
but
over half the game that they weren't doing shit. It was embarrassing, to be fair.
I mean,
Not that this guy even saw it, but I'm just saying.
Would you say embarrassing or not competitive? And if you'd like to use the speaker's corners mic, I would love it. They know what you sound like. They hear you. Just like, let's just hear
I would
you.
say it's boring and that
man.
makes it embarrassing, and I'll leave it there.
All right, thank you.
nah. It can't be boring. You know what? What other sport gave us Fergie? What other sport has given us these? Right? What other sport? What other All-Star game has given
Can
us
we
these
talk
moments?
about something for a second? And I just want to, I want to like attack this delicately because I have a genuine question about it. Like, I don't know if Macy Gray is okay.
No, that's why I didn't mention her. That's why I didn't mention
And
her.
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah.
She looked like she needed help to get to
She needed
the
an
mic.
aid. Yeah.
She looked a little fidgety, I would say.
Yeah.
Macy Gray's singing style is definitely very unique, so I'm not even going to say much to that.
Yeah.
But it just, I mean, you can see it on the NBA players' faces. I saw
sure.
LeBron laughing a little bit.
Yeah. Is it Draymond too? One of them.
It was like I had to say, like, Macy Gray has to be from Cleveland because she just didn't look fit for the job at that point.
Right. She did not. So I hope she's okay. That's why I didn't want to comment too much because I was like, I don't know about that one.
I'm not sure. I got to do more digging and research.
Yeah,
but
fact check that one.
I looked and I found out that she was from somewhere in Ohio.
Yeah.
I don't know if I haven't heard much that she's been up to as far as making new music or anything like that, which is fine. But I just don't know if she's not okay. If this is just, if we were all just kind of caught off guard and we're all wondering the same questions, and she's just been low key for a long time. But
You know what I love too, and this is why Josh is wrong again. Point number 8022. Why he's wrong. People like watch this and are on social media commenting live about this event. No one's doing that for baseball's All-Star game. No one cares.
Yeah.
Like people were actually questioning, is Vanessa Bryant pregnant? That was a conversation that was happening.
Oh my God.
And you know, we were wrong. It was a bad angle of a photo, whatever. But that was conversation. Like people were actually interested in tweeting about things and talking about things. Like
even if she's just looking more full, like, I don't know why everybody's got to. First off, you can have the question in your head.
For sure,
that's fine.
Sure.
We're all judgmental and that's just what it is about being a human.
Yeah.
You see something, you judge it.
Right.
Do I necessarily say it all the time? No.
No. But the people were having this conversation online. People were asking a question online. I was on Twitter checking and seeing what was going on with the hashtag and whatever, and it was people were
I
asking.
think I don't even have to do any more digging to know that Vanessa Bryant is definitely not pregnant.
For sure. No. But I'm saying, like, to the point that I'm making is just, like, people were talking about different aspects of the game.
Yeah.
Who's at the game, who's presenting things, who's
I see
singing.
what you're saying. So they're like, it's such a spectacle that there's so many storylines.
Yeah.
Therefore, Josh Donaldson's take is trash.
Exactly. They're talking about Macy Gray. They're talking about drunk Jordan, which we didn't even talk about. They're talking about, like...
Was Jordan drunk?
Oh, hell. Come on, bro. Michael Jordan was so drunk, bro.
Oh, yeah, he was having a good time. He was.
Nice. He's not even that
Yeah,
nice.
He's not
he was
that
being
guy.
very
No,
nice.
when I saw him being overly nice to Dennis Rodman, I said, my
But,
man's lit.
but in fairness, they people did also, not in fairness, counterpoint, people were saying that potentially Kobe's passing could have changed Jordan to appreciate being around his peers and in these types of settings, especially one of like this setting that Kobe wasn't able to be there for.
Yeah.
I felt like in our living room, the air was sucked out of the room as soon as they said Kobe Bryant's name.
Yeah.
And it was just like for a second, everybody was like, "Oh,
For sure. Yeah.
They gave you a little extra too.
Yeah.
Because you needed that extra.
You need that extra too.
They should have ended off Kobe instead
what
of
I
having
thought.
Ray Allen come right after that. I think it was Ray Allen right after him.
Was it?
I think so.
I thought it was Jordan after.
No.
I know Jordan was last, but yeah.
No.
Yeah. But no, that was definitely a moment, and like, man, it just takes me back to we'll get to it when we talk about pod moments, but just like remembering Kobe was like a special moment. So I'm glad that they did that. But you're right. It just maybe that's what happened with MJ. It softened his heart a little bit.
Yeah. You brought up the pod moments. I kind of want to go through a couple of these because it's 150. That cheers wasn't enough for me. I'm still celebrating.
Right? We're still going. You got more?
You got more?
Okay,
I got
okay.
a little bit more for you. So the Kobe pod for sure. Tough
Don't
one.
give me that look, babe. I see you. Just,
What's he like to drive home with? What's he like to drive home
I
with?
just sleep.
We just pass it down.
You probably take a minute to like actually see this pass out.
What are you listening to? What are you listening to? What are you listening to stay awake? Because I know he's not helping.
I just bought a podcast.
What do you listen to?
Not with the
this
hype.
one.
Oh, wow.
Because it didn't drop yet.
It didn't drop yet.
You said it mad spicy. You said it
didn't
super
drop
spicy.
yet.
But yeah, like I just want to chat through like another 50 we just did. We celebrated 100.
Yeah.
Now we're at 150.
Bomb.
And we've done a good job of reflecting and looking back at our pods from before. One thing we have never actually done was look back at some of the tougher ones.
Right.
The Kobe pod. That was a super tough one. I think that was like 60.
Yeah.
62 actually.
Man, that one was tough too because like we didn't know what was coming. Aside from like that was before COVID. So like we didn't even know.
I think it happened on the weekend.
Yeah.
And then we potted about it on the Friday. So we had a few days to like know what happened.
Yeah. But I meant like with the rest of the world kind of going into this pandemic. So like that was kind of like our last sort of one of the last few normal pods, if you will, where we actually, were in person and had the chance to reflect and everything that. So that one hit me hard, man. Being like the Kobe stan that I am, like
it was super somber.
That was a super somber week and month, I think, for sure.
That was the I think it was one of the first times. I'm not sure if we actually I don't know if we recorded video, but we definitely took some pictures.
Yeah, we did.
Because we had your Kobe shirt out.
Yeah.
We had purple and gold lighting.
Yep.
And I just remember just like chatting through it, and like to me, I was never a big Kobe fan, but it was like the realization that like this great man is no longer with us.
Yeah.
And I know that when I was listening or hearing back from people that would go back to it,
yes,
like pods and pods later.
Yeah.
I know it touched them. Some of them were like close to tears, so that was a crazy one.
We actually got I know people who started listening to us
because of that
one. So shout out to them for still listening to us.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was a tough one for sure, man.
Yeah. We also had Blake Carter. She read me.
Explain that one.
What's
explain that too.
What's her what was she had a segment
Psychic Blake.
Psychic Blake. So I wanted to take Psychic Blake and her tarot cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wanted to take her tarot cards and bring it and apply it to the podcast.
Yes.
That was funny. I don't remember the exacts, but I remember it was just like
it was your life.
She was projecting. She was like basically foretelling what type of things I would be encountering. And I would like to go back and actually hear what she said.
I want to hear those things, and I want to see what has come to fruition and what has not. Come on, Blake.
Yeah.
We'll chat with her again.
We need to bring her back.
Oh, we do. Yeah.
We'll have that conversation when she's here.
Yeah, Blake's been. She's no longer like. Flow 93.5 is no longer that. It's Flow 98.7.
Yeah.
Peter Cash and Blake are no longer there.
No.
But I'm sure, shout out to them. They're going to find something new.
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure.
They free agents.
She's taking her time right now. She went to LA.
I love it.
As I probably would have.
I love it.
Free time?
Free time in LA.
Let's
what?
go to LA.
Nah, for sure. For sure. But she's a free agent. I wouldn't even be surprised if she gets an opportunity out there, man. Because she's mad talented at what she does.
True.
So,
who knows?
Yeah.
And she's from BC, so who knows?
Yeah.
And R.I.P. Monkey.
Yes.
Her dog who passed away.
Yeah.
Who's also a guest.
He made a guest appearance on our pod. Yeah.
R.I.P. Monkey.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Monkey, for real. That's so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a family member. You lose a dog. That's not even a joke.
I take that seriously. That's her kid. We had the Shem versus Sticks.
We had the Scarborough standoff.
Yeah.
This is when back when I was like scheming and like trying to provoke people.
Yes.
And it worked.
You were a wild boy for that.
I was just like trying to brew the beef. I always try to think of that referee that does those boxing fights, the black dude, and he's just like this, but like he looks way too excited.
He's too excited. He's just like,
he's always about
it.
That is me, especially when it came to Shem versus Sticks. I put the battery in Shem's back. I'm like,
put the battery in his back.
I put it in his back, and he came back with back to back. He wrote a song because of the podcast.
He did. Who won though?
Shem won. We all won. We actually all won.
We all won. Nah.
I won.
You're like, I won. You're the puppet master?
Yeah. And then they. And
what's your name?
Giuseppe?
No, Geppetto?
Geppetto.
Who's the guy in
Pinocchio. Yes, Geppetto. I'm like, why are you talking about that
Isn't
guy?
that his name?
It is Geppetto. Giuseppe is funny.
Giuseppe
is funny.
That's his name.
One of them. We'll fact check that.
No, Geppetto, that's his name.
No, it's Geppetto. It is Geppetto.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Giuseppe's a pizza, I know.
With the homie Keisha Fresh, we talked about Patrick buying shit right off the mannequin.
Which I don't do. I do not buy stuff off the mannequin. I need to set the record straight.
Okay? She was batting for you. She was making sure that, like, you know.
Yeah, because
the streets didn't think that.
The streets know. You don't get this fit off a mannequin. You don't get this strip off a mannequin.
So you say mannequin fresh. That was fun. Keisha Fresh, mannequin fresh. Come on now.
I got you. But no, shout out to Keisha Fresh.
My mom came on the pod. She was there with Mark Anthony, aka Doug Ford. That was cool. I was on 109. My mom was trying to get on the pod forever.
From day one.
And she just was cussing me. And
she
I told her, it's a rollout. The rollout in my head is not, you weren't ready yet. And then she was ready.
But she would come down here in the early days and like just be like hanging around, like.
Yeah, but she wouldn't really. She would just like poke her head and be like, I'm not bothering you. Stop being weird, Mom. Say what up.
More aligned with what I know about Miss Anthony.
Exactly. Yeah. So there was that one. That was good because Mark Anthony and my mom, like, I've known Mark Anthony since I was 13, and my mom has seen all of us growing up, and so it's. If I listen back to that one, that's probably a really interesting one to look back to.
Definitely.
We had the brunch pod.
Whew.
This was with Lorena.
Yes.
The tattoo artist.
Yes.
And
It's a spicy pod.
I like that one just because I was in
Drunk.
LA at the time. No, not I was drunk. Come on. That's not even a special podcast.
That's every podcast.
So yeah, we had the brunch pod. We decided to do it on a Saturday
Yep.
afternoon as opposed to the Friday night.
Yes.
However, I was on LA time. So I was drinking at 9. Not that I was drinking normally. My now wife was like fueling the fire.
As a good wife should.
She came around it felt like every 30 seconds, not to mention I was like drinking like a couple White Claw Tall Boys and then just
Wait,
like
they
she
have
was
White
giving
Claw
me
Tall Boys?
LA, man.
Those were her. That was his decision. I had nothing to do with her.
Yeah, that was my decision. But she actually came through with it was the shots. The frequency of the shots. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Oh man. So you black out by 9 a.m., man.
And I went back to sleep.
I mean, hey, that's a good way to start your day.
I woke back up at like 2 and I was like hungover-ish. I don't know. It was fucking weird.
Hung over at 2
Yeah.
p.m. I love it.
And then lastly, last one I want to bring up was the We Got Snow episode with Alex Kizzy. Shout out to the homie.
I don't like that title.
It was funny.
It
that was a perfect title.
No, I'm kidding.
The title was amazing because he, in the middle of a conversation, Al's just like, you know, Patrick, you say snow funny.
I was like, what do you mean?
He's like, you say snow like, we got snow.
I said
I was like snow. Like,
Exactly like Alex.
I can do everybody's voice.
He's really good at it. He's really good at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Maybe we'll use this clip. But like, Alex was like, we got snow. You say we got snow.
Like, who speaks like that? I don't say
Apparently
that.
you do.
I
Apparently
don't.
you do.
You do. I was there, and you definitely said it just like me. You're like, I don't say snow like that. I say snow. That's the exact same.
This is from a Floridian. And so,
You know what's bad about that though?
Huh.
So today, it was happening. I can't say the word, but like
it was snowing. Did you go outside and shovel the snow?
and I couldn't say it because like now I'm thinking about it every
I'm
time
gonna bring
trying to
that
say
clip
the word.
back again. It was a pretty good clip.
Hush about the word.
What you don't know, what happened after that episode. What do you say? I sound like Pressa.
But you don't know.
But you don't know. What you don't know what happened after that episode was okay. Al and I were drinking some amazing beer, some like craft beer that his homie. I don't know. He's like a
Matt is a beer
Connoisseur.
No, he's like a
beer crafter. He crafts his own
okay.
beer, and he's like a genius at it, and like studied it on his own, and does these really amazing beers that take forever to kind of sit and be ready for, and they're all different types of beer.
So we had the beer. We had a keg of that.
Damn.
So we would just be Coco was running back and forth from the beer keg, replenishing our beer glasses while we're potting. I feel like we were also drinking rum.
Ooh, that's a
Definitely.
dirty mix. That's a dirty
Captain
mix.
Morgan. I remember the Captain Morgan bottle for sure.
Hours before they started.
Yes.
That was a dirty mix.
Al died that night.
Yeah, no, that's a dirty mix.
He wasn't feeling well that night after we potted, and he got there.
Yeah.
And I think he had to ask me like, "Yo, how did I do?" I was like, "Yo, you're good."
He didn't remember anything, and I said, Al, I told you before the podcast, don't try to keep up with Shaquille.
Yeah.
I made that mistake. You can't keep up with me. You're definitely not gonna keep up with Shaquille.
Yeah, don't keep up.
So you gotta chill.
That is a dirty mix.
That was a good one. I love that episode.
Beer and rum, and Captain Morgan rum of all rums.
Yeah, and I recorded in the back house studio over there.
I remember that.
I signed the wall. It was cool.
I still gotta come out there and sign the wall.
Yeah, you do.
I gotta sign the wall.
So yeah, those were great times. I just wanted to
Definitely.
reflect on those because Road to 150 wasn't easy. I really wanted to get a podcast where we could say that we hit 100. Now we're at 150, so I'm looking forward to 2. Here's to 2.
Here's to 200,
Here's
man.
to 200.
Here's to 200, y'all.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So from here,
Yeah.
let's
It's been a wild week, but yeah.
let's talk about Patties.
Hey, I love me some patties. It was
talk
National
about
Patty
patties.
Day or Toronto Patty. I don't know what they call it. Toronto Patty Day.
Is that a Toronto specific thing?
Yeah, I think so. I can give you a brief history on the Jamaican patty if you'd like.
Please go.
Actually, I can't. I forget the dates, but there was a long history in Toronto where Jamaicans migrated here in the late 60s, 70s. They brought over the Jamaican patty as we know it today.
Mm-hmm.
And in 1984, I think it was, Toronto tried to ban the patty because they said that is not a traditional patty.
That is blasphemous.
The whites. They tried to ban the patty because they thought it was not the appropriate term and wanted to call it a Jamaican meat pie.
Yes.
And so that was a big feud. It went a long time and people were outraged. Eventually, we won, the people won, and we got our Jamaican patties. And that's kind of...
That's great.
And it's exploded. It's like Toronto's national dish.
That documentary, and I didn't watch the whole thing, and I gotta watch it because that blew my mind.
Yeah.
That was a thing, that the patty was on the verge of basically becoming, like, it was illegal to call it a patty.
Exactly.
And they threatened to close down the patty shop because they were just like, what the fuck, Jamaican meat pie? That's not what this is. It's a patty.
Exactly.
So yeah, I couldn't believe that. And then Randy's on what is it, like this Patty Day? What is it? Is it the Canadian National Toronto?
It's a Toronto thing.
Okay, Toronto Patty Day, whatever you want to call it. Randy's, a staple. Egg West, Little Jamaica. They announced that they were done. They were gonna close their doors for business. They have.
Yeah.
And you said the reasons had to do with, the ones that I saw was that the owners were aging.
Yeah.
The construction on Egg West was just like has taken a toll over the past few years.
Yeah.
But what else did you say?
Yeah, I saw stuff about supply issues and just pricing. As you know, like everything's gone up. The cost of like every single thing has gone up, and so it's been hard for them to survive. And the construction is a big factor, though. You're talking about a place that depends on like foot traffic and people just walking the streets and popping in and grabbing stuff. Ain't nobody walking on Eglinton right now.
And I'm not driving there.
Exactly, it's a mess still, right? So it sucks, man. They've been a staple for a long time, man.
Yeah, and the public outcry has been crazy.
Yeah,
we've heard from everybody, all the way up to the top shata of Toronto, Champagne Papi.
Hey.
He said he's like, what do I got to do to make this thing stay? Basically.
Hey, if anyone could do it, he could do it.
So if it becomes OVO Randy's,
I'm not going, but I'm glad to know it's there.
But listen, no, hold on.
All right.
Maybe they OVO Randy's, same patty.
Oh my God, if you're a real one, just let that shit be Randy's if you want to save it. Save it and let it stay how it was. That's the point, right?
But what if instead of like the red dot for the hot, you have like a red owl for hot?
And then they charge you $40 for a patty.
$8.
Ooh.
Yo, just propose to
Bro.
I'm not proposing. No, I'm not saying that's a great idea. I think that's a horrible idea. I hate paying $2 for a patty.
Facts. $1.50.
If it becomes OVO Randy's, it's gonna be like $7 a patty.
Hey,
I'm telling you.
hot take. I don't think Randy's is the greatest patty. Anyways.
It's not. We can have this debate. Allen's wins. Allen's
is up there. I love Tasty's.
No, Tasty's is good. But
I love Tasty's patties.
Yeah, it is.
It's to what?
Like tasty.
Yeah, some people hate it.
Yeah.
Some people love it, and I love it.
Nah.
Randy's is too juicy and.
What do you mean too juicy?
It's too muddy.
It's runny.
It's too muddy. I bite into it and it's all over my lap.
It drips. I get you. I hear you.
You know?
I hear you.
What about the one that's downtown that we used to get all the time?
We would go to Always.
No.
There's a new Always on Queen. That's
this
where
was around the corner. From, like literally you walk like.
Oh, you're talking about going to Pat's.
Pat's.
I don't know what patties he had there, but we bought patties from Allwayne's.
But we got patties the first time we got patties with both of your brothers. We got them a bunch of them, like a box of them from there, and they were lit.
No, we never got a box for Pats.
Yes, we did.
Guarantee you, hands down, I will put all my money on it. It was definitely Allwayne's. It was
I'll put all my money on it.
Ooh. And I'll take all the money.
We'll go ask.
Yeah, who's gonna fact check? Who was there?
Here. Hold on. We can fact check this.
Toby's like, how do I fact check this?
I can fact check this right now.
Oh man, I'm curious about this.
I'm gonna fact check this.
No, we gonna figure this out.
Yeah, I want to look him in his fucking face while
Damn, she heated. She's heated. She's heated.
What the fuck?
But I mean, it's kind of redundant because like, yeah.
We'll phone a friend. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, he might be drunk, but
even better.
He's at a bachelorette.
Even better.
You better. Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Okay.
Hey Malik, you're live on the podcast right now. We're just trying to ask.
I can't hear you. Give me a second.
He's at a bachelorette.
He's turning up.
Yup.
Why does he only have one?
Okay,
he's at a bachelorette.
We're live on the podcast.
I told you he's the danger. He's the entertainment.
Sorry, I can't hear anything that you're saying. But here's the...
Yo, what's up?
Where's Malik?
Who is this person? Who is this turned into?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Can you hear me?
Yes. So, congratulations. This is awesome.
Oh.
Super.
Congratulations to you. What are you?
This is so cool.
Hey! We're all married. We're all.
Fucking married!
We're live. So, guys, we're live on the podcast. I know. I'm gonna cut it off in a second, but I have just a question for Malik. I have a question for Malik. Quick question for Malik.
We're not related. Sorry.
I have a question for Malik.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. So we went downtown. When we stayed downtown, when you, Coco, Malik, and Kadeem, you're Malik, we all went to go get patties. Yeah. Where did we buy a box of patties from?
It was
for $2,000.
It was on Queen.
Yes.
It was either Pat's. It might have been Pat's still.
All right, thank you guys. We'll call you back.
What's the issue?
What?
Shut up. Hold on. Are you doing there's like some Jamaican patties.
Oh, Randy.
Yo, we go buy some. Hold on.
No, that's a whole other conversation we just had. But
Hold on.
yeah, but
You're on air.
Yeah.
we're on air. I can't hear you. What's that?
The only place that you can ever get a box of patties from is from Bathurst and Bloor, okay?
Okay,
That's
well look.
Subway station.
All right.
Yo,
Well,
wait, hold on.
Fact check.
Are you on a MacBook?
I gotta go. I'm on a pod. I gotta go. See you guys. I'll call you, Malik. I'll call you later. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Really.
All right. That was wild.
That's how you know Malik is drunk, because he didn't give a fuck. He was just like, take the phone and He's like,
Yeah.
He knows I'm podcasting.
Malik would never do that.
He knows I'm podcasting, and he was just like,
yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay, but what was he saying? To be clear, can you pass me that bottle right there? Because I like a celebratory shot.
He said Pats, yo. He said Pats.
He said Pats, no?
Yeah.
I actually still don't believe him.
Pats.
Okay.
I actually still don't believe
I'm not
him.
even from here.
Uh-oh.
You know what I'm saying?
USA. USA.
We got excited.
So this guy's got he got to rinse out his palate.
Yeah. Speaking of patties, though.
But Shem wanted to. He's been petitioning to save Randy's. So here's his song that he did. Like I told you, he did back to back. He's also here a social warrior for the Patties them.
Recorded and produced a song for Randy's.
Oh no!
You want to talk about dedication and love from a fan? This Randy's is for you from our very own Shem of the Razamoka Show.
This is my story.
Oh my God, Shem.
About beef patties.
Oh my God, Shem.
Toronto story.
Come on, Shem.
About beef patties. Hey. I remember those days when I would go home from the West End all the way to Scarborough, and I never did care if I went alone when my belly would rumble. It's time to go, and Randy's been a staple in Toronto. And you know Eglinton West has been at home. I remember eating patty with bread that's cocoa. Now I hear it is closing. That's a no-no. When I first heard the news, it was on Blog TO. I could not believe it. Thought it was a joke, but Drake done step up now for Toronto. Said he put money to it, so it don't close. Summertime, springtime, and in the snow. Randy's always got a lineup right out the door. For 43 years, it's been the place to go. If it close, I would feel real low. Mr. Randy, we got the same before it shut down. You can replace it. Now, how does that sound? Part of the fabric in that part of town. Rock, 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 rock.
Good for Shem, man. Good for Shem.
Okay, Shem. There you go. This is it for him. It could have been. It could have been.
This is the type of shit Shem does when he wakes up at 3 a.m. and then goes to kiss at 4, and then he has it done by 5.
Yep. He's a real one though. Appreciate that guy.
Thanks, Shem.
Little Jamaica.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't love Randy's, but I really hope that they do figure it out because there's so many people that are petitioning and fighting to make sure that this is.
Listen, it takes one man. He's the Toronto Tony Stark. Straight.
Toronto Tony Stark is hilarious.
If he is gonna do it, he will do it. If he says he'll do it, he has to do it.
I felt Coco roll her eyes.
Jeez. But yo, the man, he runs a city though. What else can we say?
Okay, but how about this? Speaking of rolling eyes.
Hey.
Speaking of rolling eyes, women in Toronto flirt different.
Whew, it's wild. It's wild out here.
They flirt very.
Is that what's passing for a segue these days?
Hey,
a segue king.
You ever seen Toronto women flirt? That's a perfect segue.
Yeah, Coco, you've never been privy to how Toronto women flirt.
I'm a black girl from LA. You don't think I've seen women?
No. But Toronto
women flirt different.
Toronto gal them? Jeez.
Okay, here, I'll show you. Okay, so friend of the show, Marlon Palmer, that dude McFly, he put out this video out here that has triggered some and made a lot laugh because this is just oh so true. This is how they.
You're really not gonna give me a hug? Wow, that's crazy. So how many bitches are you talking to? How many bitches are you?
Hold on, I just love that
he's already giving very LA. So I'm not sure the difference, but this is feeling very.
I love that he's standing at like Bloor Station. To me, he's at Bloor.
He's at Bloor.
He's at Bloor to me.
He's at Bloor.
You talking to be real? Be real, cause I know you're a whore. You look all Hermes belly. You think you're nice? Think you're cute or something? With your waves? So you're really not gonna.
That's a real one where they're like, you think you're cute or something?
Exactly.
Insert whatever they think is actually cute
about you.
You're cute with your waves. You think that's doing it?
Yeah. Your eyelashes,
yeah. Your beard's all lined up with them tats. Think that's doing it?
That's a nice little outfit.
Right?
Ask for my number. Like, really? That's how you're moving? Do I breathe? You probably say that to like every girl.
Yep.
Do I breathe?
That one killed me, and then he came through with the sequel.
Oh, the sequels.
He came through with the sequel. Is that? Oh my God, he's at Yorkdale State.
He's at Yorkdale.
Yo, he's dumb.
Yup.
He is so dumb.
Yup.
Hold on. What's your sign? I knew it. No, because you never have grabba. So I knew you were Pisces. Like, I just...
You never have grabba, so I knew you were Pisces.
Damn.
Stupid.
Damn.
I just knew. How old do I look? What do you think my background is? What do you think my name is? I'm gonna need you to calm down. Because I'm not one of your local gal you're talking to, eh? Don't mix me.
That look.
You're in trouble. Yeah. You're in trouble. No, you're a headache. I know it. Like, I just know you're a whore. Like, I just know it. Hold on. What's your sign?
Yo,
Your trouble?
Your trouble is that's a winner. That's the winner.
So,
ladies,
DJ Ash, y'all say your trouble out here? Or what? Yeah.
It slipped out of my mouth maybe once.
You're trouble.
You're trouble.
And that's when Patrick said, I'm in. She likes me.
I hate this.
Yo.
Most repulsive thing I've ever seen.
It's a Toronto love story.
You're trouble.
You're trouble. Saying you like trouble.
Why do they do that? Like, I don't know where, like, the flirt is like in these types of women, because I'm not going to stereotype further than him saying that, but like, I mean, I feel like those women that do those types of things, and I'm not even going to just say just women.
Yeah.
Those people that like to do that, where it's like, I'm not going to tell you that I think that you're cool, or you know, he mentioned like a girl saying, "Oh, you think you're nice with your Hermes belt and your waves,
right?
Why not just say you have a nice belt? Your hair looks really good."
You can't give a compliment.
No.
You can't give a compliment.
Be the other way.
It's got to be the opposite.
You think you're nice with your Hermes belt and your waves?
Like, really? Like,
okay, but if the energy that
the mic's right there, babe.
Okay, fuck. Okay, but it makes me not want to say anything.
Well, you're speaking, aren't you?
Yeah, but where is it?
It should be on.
It's on. You're good.
But if you come through with
Speak
a
into
very
it.
cocky, arrogant energy, this is what happens a lot of times. You come through with cocky, arrogant energy, then no, because it's almost like you negate me trying to give you a compliment right away. So I have to knock your ass down a couple pegs and be like, "Oh, you think you doing something?"
So you're
got
also
your little waves, got your long you think you doing something? But if you were just chilling, I would have been like, "Oh my God, I love your waves. I love your jacket. Like, you look great. You're doing it. You're killing it." And it might not even be a flirt thing. It's just an honest thing. I'm just saying.
So you're trying to,
but the other way, see, that doesn't really sound flirtatious. The other way sounds flirtatious.
Well, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So it could be flirtatious if I was trying to flirt with you.
Get into the mic.
I'm just not on my flirt game right now, you know what I'm saying? But this man right here knows all about this flirt game, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I was trying to flirt with you and still give a compliment, it would obviously sound a little bit more sugary, if you will, a little sweeter. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of times, I think it's young girls and young men. It's a combination. These young boys come in with a cocky, arrogant energy, and these young women don't know how to really just be upfront with how they feel about somebody, and then it ends up being that. It's like, I'm not going to concede. And that's kind of the energy.
Yeah, I feel like
so
they want to humble you at the same time that they want to flirt with you. They want to make sure that you're like, your head's not too big.
Doesn't get too yeah.
So they're like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this in a way that's gonna let you know that I find whatever it is attractive about you, but I'm not gonna tell you that I find it attractive because I don't want you to feel like you want up.
But see, then as a man, them take that in. They're like, okay, she's feeling the kid. Like, you already know what it is, you know. So see, Toby knows. I see Toby's looking. He's like, yo. When you get those lines, how do you feel?
Toby literally. I saw it. He had a flashback. I saw his eyes.
You're in trouble.
You're in trouble.
That's the episode name.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Don't rub your hands together.
That's how you're moving?
That's how you're moving?
That's how you're moving?
That's so
man,
stupid.
I love it.
that just brings me back to like being a teenager. I think that's just what flirting was like as a teenager.
Yeah, it was disgusting. It was dirty.
I don't even feel like I complimented anybody straight up ever.
No.
I probably flirted with women the same way.
It was mad disses. And then you just hope they understood what it was.
Even my homegirls used to compliment me, and they used to be like, if I looked really pretty, they would like laugh when I walked in the room. They'd be like, "You look ugly," and I'd be like, "Oh my god, thank you," and they're like, "You're welcome." It was considered a compliment. Even women to women could not say just up front, "You look beautiful. You look great today. You're doing it."
But see, this builds character. Yeah.
You know what?
Slap.
Yeah.
Barber slaps.
Facts. Barber slaps.
Calling you edge up. And you're like, shut up, edge up. You're like,
or they would say shit about like, so you think you're a pretty boy?
Yeah.
All you guys think I look good right now. That's good. And I can't say it.
You can't say it,
but I'm gonna be like,
but you show it. You're like,
appreciate you guys.
Yeah. But yo, I'm telling you, that builds character. We're missing that from this generation. They don't understand.
Age yourself more by saying this generation's missing something.
No, I'm kidding. But like, it made us. I don't know. I think for me, like, it just makes you tougher. Like, you just gotta like, you're not always gonna get the compliment, but you feel nice. You have to big up yourself sometimes. I think that's what it comes down to too. You just gotta feel like walk in with that confidence that like, yo, I got this.
Tell that to a 15-year-old. Because they don't got it. Where do we go from here? We got the last couple of things over here. We got the trauma for. Oh man, some of these topics are scary to even touch.
Yo, you want to talk about
what this one?
Yeah. I was gonna say talk about dating, like
dating.
Yeah. So crazy story. I can set it up because it's happened to a friend of a friend.
That's how you segue, King. That's how you segue, King.
So it happened to a friend of a friend. Basically got approached by a woman telling him a story of her dating experience. So he's black gentleman. She's a older Spanish woman. White Spanish woman.
White passing. Cool.
White passing. And she's just confiding in him and saying, hey, like, it's hard to meet people out here. I know you're single. Like, how do you do this, right? So basically comes up and tells him the story of how she went on a date with a guy. She met online. She doesn't typically do that. They went on their first date and she meets this guy. And right off the jump, he's like, oh, do you date black guys?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Now she prefaces, he's also white passing Spanish man, asking her that. And she's like, thrown off. She's like, what do you mean? What? Like, why does that matter? It's like, oh, I don't date women who have been with black guys.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Now, my question for you is...
I smell a small penis.
That's what I was like, what does this mean?
So that whole conversation brought me back to high school. It brought me back to high school, and I guess it's like, also to contextualize this further, I went to high school in the suburbs, so of course black people were the ultimate minority over there.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of hearing some of the white guys I went to school with, and the way that they would talk to some of these girls that is in a way that where you can't even say that shit at all. It hurt. I can't believe that it was normal.
Right.
But they were just saying shit like white girls that would date black guys or even had a moment with a black dude.
Yeah.
They would just stamp them as night riders, and that was a term.
Yep.
And it was just like, once you've been with a black dude, there was a serious sense of inferiority that these white dudes would feel. And they just wouldn't want to date them anymore.
It's like
or they just felt like they couldn't. Yeah, or they just felt like they couldn't. They felt like they there was no way that they could date this woman no more.
Yeah. I saw it happen. Like, one of my friends in high school, she went through that and was like, oh, she got labeled as only dating the black dudes. No one else can like talk to her.
That shit was crazy.
It's crazy to think about. That's wild.
I can't imagine me being the dude to feel that way about anybody.
Right?
You dated anybody, and now I'm supposed to feel inferior and that I can't.
You're shunned? Like, what? That's crazy.
There's a lot that, like, that literally, I can write probably an essay about that whole topic, because there's just so many factors that influence why that white boy would have felt the way he felt. But I think a lot of it is
including feeling like he was a white boy.
Yeah, white boy. Yeah, including that. Everything from porn.
Yeah.
To I don't know, I could write an essay.
Yeah.
Could write an essay on
thesis.
It. It's just wild that was normal then, but it's wild to hear that
it's still
that
happening.
Still is how adults feel.
Like we're talking people like probably 30-odd, 40-odd year old people.
Yeah. Like grown-ups.
Grown-ups. Like professional careers and everything, and that's your mentality. Like that's insane to me. Like people are still thinking that way. And like why does it matter? Like that's why why does it matter? So I hope she never dates or sees that guy again. And I hope she ends up with a black guy. I hope that woman ends up with a black guy.
But it just reminded me of like some of these white girls in the hood that we kind of like that we knew about that would have like the ponytails that were the buns super slick up.
Yeah.
The baby hair super pressed out, or
up.
The ones that I seen, or the ones that I don't know these people. Right. Just mind you that I have no.
You just picture them though.
But I've seen them.
Yes.
Their hair is so tight up in that bun. They're missing the front part.
Okay,
saying they're balding.
Relax.
They're super tight. I'm relaxing now.
It's tight.
And then they got the claws. The
Wolverine?
saber-tooth.
Oh, saber-tooth. Get it right.
Wolverine got the claws over here.
Yeah,
Saber-tooth got the nail claws.
Yeah.
They got the saber-tooth claws. Yeah. They roll really good blunts. And
calm down.
Yo, but what I tell you though, the food, they could cook a mean oxtail.
Oh no, babe.
I literally always have saber-tooth nails. No.
But you're not a white girl.
Only roll blunts.
You are a black woman.
We're married.
You are a black woman.
My edges are intact, but they
Oh man. Damn.
I'm talking about, you don't have the picture that I have in my head because I see her. She has dark eye things around here. What is it?
The
eyeliner?
raccoon eyes? Yeah. Oh, eyeliner.
Yeah. But she also has the raccoon eyes from the late nights and the demon hours.
Yeah.
Not smoky. Not smoky. I'm talking.
And okay, the footwear, she's either wearing J's or some Air Maxes.
She's wearing J's. Air Maxes are all black Air Forces. With the door backpack.
I'm led with the all black Air Forces. That gives me a whole different type of girl.
The door backpack. Oh, I hated that look so much. And the baby fat jacket.
But they found themselves a black dude.
Yup. Cause and they could braid hair. They could braid hair. They could cook. They could cook you a mean oxtail or a jerk chicken.
Tell me that this isn't the woman that you know. This is what she says all the time. You've heard her in STC say this.
Oh boy.
Jalen, come here.
Oh my gosh. Yes. Why is it always Jalen? It's always Jalen. It's always Jalen.
Jalen don't know how to act.
And the thing is like, you turn your head expecting to be like Maxine or something, and it's Carla.
It's Carla.
Oh man. Jeez.
But she goes by Blinkas.
Or Smiles.
What's Blinkas?
It's just a nickname.
It's a nickname.
In Toronto, a lot in the hoods, they'll take regular words and put AZ at the end, and now it's a nickname.
But they also have like the personalized like freaking, what do you call that? The belt.
Oh my God. Yes, I remember the belt. Yes, both.
They're both terrible.
I remember both vividly.
Both.
And that person who has those belts definitely has all black Air Force ones.
Man, some men didn't escape it, and they're still tied to that woman for eternity.
With bear picnic
to y'all,
but salute to y'all.
To everyone else.
Yeah. Don't you fuck around and get yourself a badass Jalen.
Oh man. So good.
What else do we got before I offend anybody else?
I mean, should we talk about what's happening in the world right now?
Yeah, I mean,
we can keep it light.
We did, but it's real life. World War III seems to be real.
I don't know if I'll see you again.
Okay, you're right. Let's not put the energy out that it's going to be World War III, but Vladimir Putin is on some shit. Prayers for Ukraine.
Yeah.
They are... They weren't joking. I mean, he wasn't joking.
Nah. 10 toes down, bro.
And so I really hope that this can end. There's been a lot of crazy videos surfacing on the internet. And it's crazy to me because I look at these videos now and, like, I didn't look at any of them, or like I haven't seen the ones that people are talking about because I've heard people seeing videos of tanks running over civilian cars and shit like that. But it's just crazy to me because I can imagine World War II, World War I, these types of these horrible things that have happened on this planet, and we didn't have the video footage that we have now. And these are everyday people that being able to be like, yo, it's fucking crazy here right now.
Yeah, it's nuts, man. Like, I'm like almost desensitized to it in a sense, man, because it's like, yo, you just see this stuff, you scroll through your timeline on Twitter, Instagram, or whatever, and boom, like, it's all there for you. You know what I mean? You don't need CNN. You don't need to go on your news at 6 o'clock. Like, you're literally seeing this play out in live time. Like, it doesn't feel real. Like, this feels like a video game, and it's not. These are real people's lives that are being affected, and it's just wild, man. I jumped on a call this week at work, and you know, I work for like a global company, European-based company, and the first thing the person who's stationed in Europe says is like, you know, I know it's a real somber day for a lot of us, and it's, you know, everyone just be safe out there and type of thing. That's how they started this call. That had nothing to do, like, we're talking about like sales, but the fact that they had to preface it like that, it just hit home for me that, like, shit, this is real.
These guys were fighting in Chernobyl. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. It's wild, man.
So, yeah, I really hope it doesn't get much worse than what it already is. I don't have much to say on it other than prayers, and I hope it just doesn't get any crazier than it is, because there's enough shit in the world already. Like, I feel like as outraged and shocked by a lot of this footage that we are, to some degree we are kind of desensitized, because there's just nothing but garbage going on, nothing but horrible things happening. We're going from a global pandemic to different countries potentially having to mobilize to help stop this whole thing from going to shit with how Russia's acting. So, yeah, I just hope it just doesn't get crazier than what it is already.
Same. And you know what, though, in saying all of that, what I love about humanity and what I love about our people is that we find a way to get through, and we find a way to not say find humor, but we find a way to comfort each other through humor, through these situations, and you know, get through it that way. So I have seen some stuff online pop up, and you know, it's not making light of the situation at all. It's just, it's how we cope.
Yeah.
You know, and so I will say there is some light that is happening, and people, you know, spreading some jokes and things like that online about, like, you know, I ain't going in the army. I'm not getting, what's the word? Drafted and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So not to make light of the situation, but I just feel like we need to find a way to cope. And I know a lot of the way people cope through things is through humor and is through, you know, jokes and stuff like that. So yeah,
exactly. I think, like, we talked about this at the top of the pandemic in 2020 when we didn't really know how to address anything. Our podcast is fairly light in nature, as you guys know. So we didn't know how light to keep it or how much we wanted to touch on real talk. I think times like these, yes, we need the real talk, but I think there's also value in being able to not necessarily make light of the situations that we're dealing with, but being able to take our mind off things and go to other places, such as a comedy podcast or you know, something that has nothing to do with what's happening, and just get away from things for a bit, because I know it can be a lot, and you know, you don't need to hear the same thing from 18 outlets.
And that's one thing I loved about like what we do, man. And we to bring it full circle when we talk about, we keep it lighthearted, but we also have those moments we reflected on some of those tough pods. I think what we do and what we try to do for each other and for people who are listening to us is be that sort of escape. Because for us connecting every week, this is our escape. This is our escape. You know what I mean? So we're just sharing it with people, and to say that, everyone dealing with this in Ukraine and even here in Toronto, if you have family and friends over there, we're thinking about y'all, and we will find ways to communicate about the situation. I know moving forward, but we're gonna still balance it out with what we do.
And I do want to shout out Global Medic. I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you were in my class in university, but Raul Singh, the director of Global Medic, that company,
I've met the
organization that basically, whenever there's a crisis, whether it be whether it be an earthquake in Haiti, whether it be something just going down somewhere, these guys mobilize to provide medical aid as well as like food and water to a lot of these places where they're not able to. And I saw them on the news today. They're ready to say like, yo, this is not going to be like a one-day fix. So we're ready for the long haul. We're talking about locally sourcing some of this stuff because this is not a small island we're dealing with. This is like a big country that's like highly populated as well. Yeah. So I just really wanted to show them some love. And if you're interested at all in getting involved or looking them up, Global Medic, like look those guys up. I don't have their website or anything. This is just off the top and from the heart because I saw these guys this morning and I met him. He came to one of my classes back in like whenever I was in university in first year. And he told us what he did, and that shit was crazy. I have to applaud people that they basically. That's their purpose is to help other people.
I've seen it, man. Like I've worked with that company, that organization rather, in my day job. So shout out to them, and they're always like ready to go to deploy wherever help is needed. Shout out to them as well, and all the other agencies and organizations and people who are doing that work. It's definitely needed. So. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah, and everybody just stay up in general.
The world general speaking.
Yes, sir. Yes, Patrick Dentistry on everything. Appreciate y'all. 150 in the books. Let's go, baby.
That's right.
Shop like Shaq. You waste you.
150, man. This is crazy. We got another 50 coming. We're just gonna keep going and see where the fuck we end up going from there.
Woo! I need another drink though.
You're at the end of a podcast.
Here's the 200, man. Okay. Young Toby over there wants to freestyle. I hear it.